Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of our social emotional learning workshop. It's so good to see you again. I hope that week 1 went well and that you're ready to learn some self-management strategies tonight. So let's dig in. Just a reminder, this is a skill building workshop, so we're going to be building up skills, not group therapy, but if you do have any mental health or counseling concerns or needs, you can reach out to your school counselor and they can help support you in that. Or you can reach out to our mental health program specialist, Ashley Sanders, and her phone number and email are listed on this slide. All right, just a reminder that castle.org is a powerhouse of all things social emotional learning. So if you just want to browse the site, they do have parent guides and different things. If you're looking for something specific and having trouble finding it, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you locate that resource. Okay, so last week we focused on self-awareness, and this is where we focus really on identifying what we're feeling, where we feel it in our body, and building up our feelings vocabulary. Just a reminder, self-awareness also includes knowing your strengths and weaknesses and knowing your morals and values. So just really having awareness of who you are as a person. This week, we're going to focus on self-management. We have some fun self-management strategies that I'm excited to dig into with you. We're really going to focus on managing our big emotions, but remember, self-management also includes time management, organization, and goal setting. Next week, we're going to focus on social awareness. And social awareness, we have a really fun activity to help give us an idea of what that will look like. Week 5, we're going to talk about responsible decision making. And week 4, we're going to dig into relationship skills. So what are specifically communication and ways to communicate with others. All right, so how did last week's skill go? If you just type in the chat box or shout out. All right. Yep, you posted them on the fridge. Oh yeah, lots of feeling words. Yes, when you start Googling feelings words, Liz, it gets a little out of control sometimes. Yep, good. Oh, I'm glad to see that. Yeah, you need to practice with your positive emotions too, because if you don't practice naming your positive emotions when you have them, it's going to be even harder to, when you're in the moment, name those more negative emotions. Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad to see that it went well, and naming it 3 times a day might be a little difficult, but if you get in the practice of it, it gets a little easier. All right, so self-management. So there's a lot of different parts that go into self-management, and really this just touches the surface. We're going to talk about deep breathing and mindfulness in a little more detail tonight. But with deep breathing, best practice is to keep your feet flat on the floor, sit up tall, and then breathe in through your nose and mouth. And that really opens your body up for good oxygen flow. Mindfulness is really about focusing on the present. So we're not thinking about what happened yesterday. We're not thinking about our to-do list for tomorrow. We're really focusing, using our senses to focus on what's happening right now. And we're not judging ourselves. So as our mind starts to wander and we start to think about other things, we bring it back to the present, but we're gentle with ourselves in that. Another strategy is taking a break. So knowing your limits. So if you've reached a point where you're like, I maybe should have taken a break 2-3 minutes ago, really take note of that so that you can learn from that in the future. But walking away and taking a break and knowing when you need to take a break is really important. So that kind of goes back to self-awareness too, and knowing yourself. Other strategies, counting to 10 slowly. Progressive muscle relaxation is where you slowly focus on the different muscle groups in your body and relax them. So you can go from head to toe or toe to head, but you just really focus on relaxing all of the muscles in your body and releasing any tension or stress that you might have. And then getting some water, and that kind of goes back to taking a break. So sometimes I'll go get some water if I'm feeling frustrated or if I need a second, and that's a good task that I can give myself. But it is encompassing taking a break. What other strategies do you use? Oh, getting a snack. Yes, that's a good one. Yes. Chocolate helps always, right? Yep. Watching funny cat videos on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, so there's tons of strategies, and what works for one person might not work for someone else. So it's important to figure out what works for you, and it's okay if something doesn't work for you. Again, don't judge yourself. It's part of the process, and everyone is different and unique. For example, deep breathing is my go-to, but that's not my husband's go-to. So it just depends on the person. So we're going to start with mindfulness, and we're going to do a mindful minute, and we're just going to follow the prompts on the screen. All right, so how did that feel? Relaxing. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I don't realize I need a mindful minute until I take it, and then I go, oh, wow, okay, huge difference. So a mindful minute is good to take whenever you need it, really. But it's good to practice like in the morning or before you go to bed, or just kind of work it in your day. And it doesn't take long, but it really kind of resets your body. So just focusing on the present, focusing on what you hear, what you see, you know, how your body feels against either the chair you're sitting on or the bed you're laying on, or how your feet feel on the floor. So really just using your senses to focus on everything around you. In this next video, we're going to do a body scan. This is Christy Moses. She's one of our mental health counselors, and she has a lot of really great videos on this. So I'm just going to hit play.
Hi there, friends. My name is Miss Moses, and today you're going to learn and practice the body scan. This is a really great practice for when we're having troubles going to sleep at night, or if we just need a break in the day. So get yourself comfortable. You can be in a chair, or you can be lying on the floor. If you would like, you can close your eyes or just focus on a spot somewhere. So that could be on the ceiling if you're lying on the floor, or it could be just right in front of you if you're sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor. And then bring your awareness to your breath. So you're going to breathe nice, slow breaths in and out. And you're going to do that the whole time when we're paying attention to different parts of your body. So wiggle your toes, make sure they're still there, and bring your attention to your feet. Just think about your feet. What do they feel like? And then move your awareness like a magician. You can scan your body wherever you want to pay attention to your knees. Notice your knees. Are they creaky? Maybe move them a little bit. Are they well oiled? Great. Now move your attention to your lower back. Can you feel your lower back? I feel mine. Feels pretty strong. Great. And what about your belly? Put your hands on your belly and notice if you can feel your breath as you breathe in and out. You are amazing. Now bring your awareness to your chest. Maybe put your hands on your chest. Your heart is in there, your lungs, well, your lungs are a little lower too. Just notice your breath. Notice if you can feel your heartbeat. And then bring your awareness to your arms. You can move your arms just to make sure they're still there, or you can stay really still. And just notice whatever you notice in your arms and your hands. Now, if you don't notice anything in your hands, a really nice thing to do is to rub them together really quickly and then stop and see if you can notice any tingling. Awesome. All right, and then the last part of the body, you're going to pay attention to your head. So your head and your face. And just notice any feelings you feel there. Fantastic. So that was a really quick body scan. So you are scanning your body just like an X-ray machine. So you're really, really clever. And this is a really good practice. Maybe go and teach it to one of your family members or to a pet. And remember to practice it whenever you need a break. All right. Thanks ever so much. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
All right, so that was a body scan, and a body scan is really helpful to do if you're feeling stressed or tense. Sometimes I do it before I go to bed because it helps me sleep better. So really, whenever you feel comfortable using it. And our last one is Anthony. He's another one of our mental health counselors. And the video kind of cuts off at the end, but if you follow his hands, he uses the thumb and then the pinky to plug each nostril. But I'll let you watch it and then we can practice it at the end. Oops.
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Garcia, and I am one of the district mental health counselors for Seminole County Public Schools. Today, I want to talk to you about some basic breathing exercises that you can do at home if you're feeling a little anxious, overwhelmed, frustrated, or just kind of need a moment to de-escalate. One of them is called alternate nostril breathing, or also known as Nadi Shodhana. I'm going to say that again, Nadi Shodhana. This is a basic form that you can do at any point throughout the day, whether by yourself or with some family members, if you're feeling any of those symptoms that I mentioned before. So what you're gonna do is with your dominant hand, which I'm a right-handed person, I'm gonna use my thumb and my pinky finger. If you feel more comfortable using your ring finger, you're welcome to. I just like to use it like this because I'm reminded by kind of like that hang ten, kind of laid back, getting back to a calm, cool, collective kind of state. So you're gonna make a gesture like this, and your thumb is always going to correspond with the dominant side. So if I'm using my right hand, that means I'm using my thumb on my right nostril. And then what you're going to do is when you're holding one nostril, you're going to breathe in for 5 seconds on your alternate nostril, which is going to be my left, holding at the top for a couple seconds while I'm switching. So then I'm going to switch and hold my left nostril with my pinky finger, and then breathing out for 5 through my right. And then you're going to continue to alternate each time you're breathing in and out. So today we're going to go ahead and practice for a little bit, okay? So starting with my right, holding my nostril, breathing in for 5.
Okay, so there's lots of breathing techniques, but this is one that you can use. And again, that was Anthony. He's one of our mental health counselors. All right, and the last breathing technique I'm going to go over with you is the lazy 8 breathing. This comes from the zones of regulation curriculum that's used in a lot of schools to teach self-management. And what you do is you start at the star and you trace it. And what I like to do is, you know, we obviously don't have this piece of paper in front of us at all times, even if we printed it out. So you can just trace it in the air. So you're going to make an 8 with your finger, and you're going to start at the star and you're going to go up towards the left, and you're going to make that circle. And as you make that circle, you're going to breathe in. And when you get back to the star, you're going to do the second part of the circle and you're going to breathe out. And you just keep doing that. And you make some rather large 8s. So let's do that a couple times in the air. So go ahead and breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. So again, there are a lot of different breathing techniques, and this is just one of them. And you can, YouTube has a lot of great breathing ones, or if you want to reach out to me, I'd be happy to provide more resources. So these are just 2 of the breathing techniques that are available. All right, so your homework is to practice one of the skills you learned tonight twice a day. So the more we practice it, the better we get at it, and the better we'll be at using it when we're having a big emotion. So you can practice your mindful minute, you can practice breathing, you can practice body scanning, or you can practice another skill that's of interest to you. And next week, we're going to talk about self-awareness, or social awareness, not self-awareness. Self-awareness was week 1. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stay after, so please feel free to ask them. And anyone at home, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you so much.